Guys, I bought this Ranger 570 sight unseen with the engine laying in the bed of it. Was it a good deal? Can we make some money? What's wrong with it? So let me give you a little backstory on this jewel. So it came filthy from a local farm just a few miles up the road from me. And the guy said, I think the engine's bad. I think that's a bad crankshaft. But he didn't know. He was a farmer, not a mechanic. So he had pulled the motor, put it in the bed, took it to a dealer. They checked the motor out, or he took it to them and they gave him a price. And yeah, anyways, long story short, I picked this jewel up for $2,150. I thought that was a pretty good buy. But I don't really know what else is wrong with it. So I bought it off a phone call. I didn't go see it in person. But so far, it seems to look pretty good. So what's the plan? Well, the plan is to fix what's broke. But besides that, the first thing is, since the motor's already out, we're gonna put it on the bench. We're gonna rebuild that bad boy. We're gonna tear it all the way down and go through it and see what was actually wrong in the first place. Then we're gonna pop a new seat on this bad boy. For these models, you can actually just get a whole new seat for the same price almost as recovering the old one. So we're gonna do that, save the time, right? And then we're gonna slap some new treads on this bad boy because, as you'll see, these tires are wore kind of weird. But and then I think we'll follow that up with any suspension work or any other problems we find on the way. And then hopefully we'll be able to sell this thing at the end of the video, and I'll pull my expenses together for you guys. Haven't done that yet. And we'll see what the profit looks like on this one. So let's get after it. Magnet's tough. Not too bad, because I've seen a ton of these with bad cranks, and I don't think it has much oil in it either, because when it was in the back of my truck coming home, it blew everywhere, all over the back of my truck. So that was an adventure. Looks like it's missing the sealing washer on this bad boy, so somebody's been messing with that. It is working though. Depends on also who you ask. So, once that's off, a little bit of wiggling, and the cam holder's on. Just remember to look for your dowels, one there and one over on that side. You can just slip your chain off, pull your cam. Intake cam. Reason you notice intake cam if you ever lose it, because they both have E and I on them for the, I guess these are interchangeable, but the cams are not. But maybe the sprockets are. Your exhaust cam always has the decompressor mechanism on it, so just in case you ever find yourself in the middle of doing this and you're like, oh, I don't know where it goes where. Decompressor, exhaust cam. Side bolts are out. Those bolts are loose. Okay, so far we don't look bad. Like I said, this was a non-running engine, but it was already pulled out of the machine. I really don't know what's wrong with this thing, but while it was already out, why would you not tear it down and just see? Top end kits are not crazy expensive, so there's literally no reason not to. Well, we might be locked up. That might be the whole reason that that it's not in there. It looks like the rings were just stuck. See that little bit of rust right there? I'm just hoping the crankshaft is good. Cylinder. I don't know if I'm going to trust that cylinder or not. It's got some pitting in it. Now, like I say, it's the same situation where they could be honed out probably. These cylinders are pretty cheap. And what do you know? A locked up crankshaft. It's like clockwork, fellas. Oh, wow. Looks like it might have been sunk. Look at there. Rust on the crank. The rings weren't stuck. I bet it wasn't smoking. Look at that. She don't want to turn at all, buddy. She's locked to the hilt, my friend. Look at that. That is crazy. No bueno, no bueno. Looks like there might be a little bit of rust on that counterbalance, but we can get that off. Like I say, that surface rust is nothing to really worry about. Now, we need to get this flywheel off, pull this nut off, get the puller on it. So like so, the top side pulls off. Let's see if we can see anything. So it looks like we had an oil contamination issue. This machine was either sunk. I think this machine was sunk. I guarantee it. I guarantee you this thing was sunk. Somebody put this thing in a creek or something. As we have, this could just be from sitting, but I don't think it is. And we have an absolutely locked up crank, probably from rust. We don't have any signs of overheating. Normally that case would be tinted, things like that, but I do see this junk. And it looks like straight up dirt, sand. That's okay, it looks like. So there's a vent tube, a case vent right here. I bet you anything that case vent got filled with water, came down here, went right into the oil, filled the oil up. Before they knew it, they tried to get it out, or maybe not, I don't know. But by then it was just too late. So that's what happened on this 570. So this was not a lack of maintenance, this was a lack of care. Which at one, I guess, is the same thing if you think about it. And guys, I just buy replacement cranks for these. You can have this pin pressed out, so you have one part of the crankshaft, another part of the crankshaft. A lot of shops do that kind of stuff. I don't, just personal preference and also the price of parts. Now if you go OEM parts on this stuff, guys, you're going to be really expensive, but I've had a lot of really good luck with aftermarket parts. Just, I mean, normally if they're bad from the get-go, and if they're not, they're not. So check this out. A lot of guys have different ways of cleaning parts. This is one of mine. So I wash mine in the vat first, and I brush it all down and get all the mud off, and then I come back and I put it in my literal washing machine. I put a pot in there just like you're gonna wash the dishes. I have a water hose connection right here. I just used a dishwasher water line. Has two females on one end, there and there. And then I just rigged up a 120 amp extension plug. I always run 1 hour cycle. Start and let her run. Alright guys, we're back. So I have the bearings getting hot, everything's cleaned. Crankshaft just came out of the freezer. We're gonna try to drop this thing in without making too much of a fuss. Give her a little bit of lubricantos. And then I'm just gonna try to drop her straight in. I hope we're high enough. I don't know if we are. I think we are. Well, we were not. We were not high enough. Definitely need 3 2x4s, guys. I love the sound of that thing hitting the bottom though. That thing is sweet. So we should be good to go there. Crankshaft is all the way down. Now I just got to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do to hold this thing up. So, ooh, at least the case isn't hot. It is very hot. Holy cow. Wow. Alright, that worked, kinda. Alright, cool. So the case is holding itself up. And this is what we got. Crankshaft all the way bottomed out, which is what we want. You can always take your dead blow and make sure she's seated. That's what we need. Dots to dots. That's what we need. Alright, now put 2 and 2 together. Timber, you better move, you better dance. Come on down, darling. Oh man. Try not to crush my finger there. waiting on our fuel injector rail and our fuel injector to come in. I figure we don't have a spark plug in it right now. We might as well, before we put the clutches and everything on, turn this thing over and make sure it turns over good and go from there. First run, here we go. See if she turns over good and smooth. Fingers crossed. All right, guys, in this scenario, whenever I don't have a spark plug in it and I don't have the clutches or anything hooked up, there should be no reason the starter shouldn't turn this thing over. And I hear it trying to turn, so I don't think it's a I don't even know. Starter solenoid. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. It's not a starter solenoid. I can hear it clicking whenever I turn it over. So I think the starter's bad. In this case though, I would I'm gonna put a bolt in it, turn it over, turn the motor over by hand, make sure the motor's not locked up. That would be terrible, but I don't think it is. So we're back. Motor turns over smooth, and looks like we need a starter. So I had no idea if it was good or not anyways, and also went ahead and got a fuel pump for this thing because the last 4 have been bad. So I'm gonna swap them both out. Let me learn you guys a little something here. Old starter, new starter. So you never want your starter to be locked up, like to where you can't turn it, and you also don't want it free spinning, like so. You want it to be nice and firm. So if you have a starter, I should have replaced this one. I was just kind of going off a hunch that it worked, and it can spin easily without having your finger on it. No bueno. And also, if your stud comes loose, you can move your stud back and forth. Probably not gonna work either. You can take them apart and rebuild them. I don't. Some people do, you know. All right, moment of truth. New starter. OEM starter. That good stuff. Oh, no power. Let's see what happens. Y'all hear screaming? Woo. What I'm talking about. Alright, now we wait for parts to come in. Fuel injector, spark plug. Then we're gonna crank it up. See what happens. Make sure it runs. It's full of oil. It's full of coolant. Coolant's been burped. I think that's it. Alright, boys, here we go. Sounds loud. It ain't got no gas in it. Ew. Let's give it one more go ahead here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna hit the key 3 times to prime it up. Ooh, there she is. Like butter, boys. So just a note on startup procedure, guys. Whenever I crank it up for the first time, I hit it, let it run less than 10 seconds. I cut it back off, and then I'm gonna check the oil on it, and then just check everything out. Make sure I don't have any leaks, oil blowing out of anywhere, anything weird, you know what I mean? So that's what we're about to do. good. She's up to temp, 185 degrees. I like it. Woo, 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 woo. Let's go. I think we got ourselves a runner. There we go. That looks great. All right, guys, she's done. She is absolutely done. And we're about to put her on the market, find out exactly how much we can sell it for and what we made. So let's run some numbers. Okay, gentlemen, I promised, oh, and gentle ladies, I promised I would tell you exactly how much we put into this machine and how much we made off of it. So let's do some calculations, shall we? So we got $300 and a set of tires. We paid $21.50 for the machine. We have $800 in engine parts, rebuild parts, and then we have $180 in brand new seat bottoms. And then we're gonna throw in $50 for fuel to go get it, oil, fuel to put in it because it was out. Oh yeah, don't let me forget. We also put in a fuel pump and a starter. So the starter was $45 and the fuel pump was $65. Anything else? I think that just about does it. So our grand total is $35.90. So I think we're gonna put it up for $6,200 and try to get $6 grand for it. So $35.90. That gives us a total of $2,610 profit on this flip. Golly. I need 10 more, just like this. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stick around and freaking subscribe.